height of their own. Will Bishop clocking in at 6'6". Deflection in front, save, rebound, and it's dove into the net. A power play goal. Cole Davis lays out to tie the Spirit end. Diving for the puck. Nesbitt gonna pull away with it in front. Here's a chance and a save by Oak. Rebound, Tanchas loose, they score! Great work by Nesbitt. He kept the puck alive and won the battle off Misa, who is just a half step late to the play.
Filak leans on his man as Belchet's tried to get free. Greentree, shot deflected, scores! Jack Nesbitt with the deflection in the slot. He has his second goal of the season. 3-0 Spitfires.
Nesbitt had the overtime winner on Wednesday night, his first GWG in the Ontario Hockey League, and picks up one here as well at 14:57 to make it 3-0. Here's the play from the right point. Cristoforo to Greentree, and there's the shot, and there's a deflection as Nesbitt was able to sort of get inside position on goaltender out
of the playoffs, and there's a lottery pick. Loose in front, Nesbitt a couple whacks at it. Now back to Hicks, into a crowd, down is Parsons. Belchez pokes it underneath him, and he's got two. Spitfires 3-goal lead retained. First round pick in the OHL priority selection. Off to a good start in his second year. Travis Hayes can't knock it off the stick. Here's Nesbitt. Sarnia native into the corner. Leaves there Greentree. Greentree takes it to the front of the goal. Mathurin scores! Mathurin, the veteran defenseman, early in the second. And the Spitfires with a 4-0 lead. Schenkel leaves for Holub. Games with a good forecheck. Had a streaking Davis, couldn't find him. Now here's the pass of the score by Jack Nesbitt. What work by Nathan Games in behind the goal.
Excellent forechecking by Nathan Games in behind the Sioux Greyhound net. Uses his body, gets free, head up, delays just a bit, finds the lane, and Nesbitt is ready, coming through the...
Patrick Thomas indirect up and out of the zone. He'll chug his way forward. Nesbitt underneath him. Lucas Moore backing away from pressure. Laid it off of Nesbitt to the line. Greentree carries, left circle, save Leanders. Second chance, scores. Open rebound, and that'll be turned to the front of the net and backhanded home as Ilya Protas will pick up his second of the season, his second in 2 games. And a Belarusian looking good early in his OHL career for the Windsor Spitfires.
Yeah, Patrick Thomas unable to get out over the neutral zone, and again, Bulldogs having trouble getting the puck out of their own zone. Greentree taking advantage of it, puts the puck in around behind him, takes the shot, the rebound comes right at the post.
Each direction, and now the Bulldogs looking for a change. O'Brien waves it wide, Nesbitt knocks it down. Nesbitt's ahead for the empties, got it. A 5-1 Windsor lead with 1:07 left to go.
The goal scorer, Teresini, can't control it. Through the neutral zone now. Over the line, Nesbitt. Long shot deflected off the right pad. A follow-up attempt. Stopped by George. Out in front, and they score! The Spitfires respond. It's Owen Outwater with his third of the season, and it's 1-1. His shot off a leg. Abraham in the corner. Protas quickly across to Greentree. Greentree fires. Stop. Rebound. Scores! Nesbitt in front. Cleans it up. And a power play goal gives Windsor a 2-1 lead.
Jack Nesbitt with his 5th of the season. Once again, initial save is made by Carter George here, but the rebound drops right straight down and is just lying there for Jack Nesbitt. Nothing that James Petrovsky could have done at that point. He was in just a little bit too late to cover the man out front. And Nesbitt
against the wall, poked by Greentree. He makes a move. 2 away. Greentree and Nesbitt. Greentree waits. There's a chance for Nesbitt. It's in. And the Spitfires will score a shorty. And open that 2-goal lead up once again. Took a while to cross the line, but when it did, the Spitfires lead 4-2.
Well, that will certainly help get some momentum back for the Spits.
Lifted, and the attack will finally break it free and get it back in behind the goal. Spit gets a bump in. Spit Spitfires spin it back towards the front of the goal. Nice little pass. What a goal. Belchez to Nesbitt. The last two #1 picks makes it 5-2.
Well, this line, especially in the second period, really started to take over their shifts. And you see all three involved here. Outwater on the forecheck to Belchez.
Gets to it first. Mathurin trying to slow him down. Abraham in the corner. He's got it loose. He lifts it to the line. Bounces under the glove of Waddick. Here come the Spitfires. Looking to ice it away, and they do. Oh, that was close. Nesbitt with the trick. Moving, especially now as Flores is fighting off an injury. Shot from Cristoforo. As Abraham was down for a bit, he's back to his feet. Slice back to Cristoforo. To the middle, Abraham to Greentree. Gathers it up, scores! Captain Greentree! And the Spitfires go ahead 2-1. Nesbitt may have got a piece of it. Doesn't matter. The Spitfires got their second power play goal.
Well, based on the celebration, looks like Jack Nesbitt tipped in this shot from Greentree as it works up high. Cristoforo, good recognition, hits Abraham in the bumper spot. Greentree cocks back.
That will be a moot point. That's the 3 goals they're trailing by right now. That is the key.
Greentree in towards the front of the net. Missed the mark. Back now for Nesbitt. Nesbitt off a stick. Trying to get to it. Has to battle to that loose puck. Nesbitt stays with it. Scores! Spitfires get one back. Never say never. 4:51 to go. The Spits cut the gap to 2.
Well, 4:51 to go, but more importantly, 59 seconds to go in this 4-on-4 situation. We take a look here. Nesbitt gets up in that cross check.
For Andonovski. Andonovski, a little roller, and the Spitfires will break out. Here's a breakaway for Morneau. Morneau shot, scores! Noah Morneau, fresh out of the penalty box.
Fan on this point shot. I think he thought he broke a stick, but it was an easy block from Jack Nesbitt, and he sprung Morneau. It was...
Moves it to the wing for Nesbitt. Morneau has replaced Abraham. There he is now, the overager for the Spitfires. Down for Protas. Protas to the net. There's a shot loose in front. They'll score! Nesbitt follows it up, and the Spitfires get the lead back.
Good work by the Spitfires to stay on pucks. You see Morneau win the puck race here down the wall. Dishes it to Protas. And Jack Nesbitt on the...
Spitfires with a real tight one last night before an empty netter to make it 3-1 in Kitchener. Here's a tight one in close, and they'll open up that 2-goal lead. Cole Davis makes it 5-3.
Well, Cole Davis goes right to the net. He takes this pass from Jack Nesbitt.
In is Morneau. Greentree looking side of that loose puck. Spitfires can't poke it home, and McKenzie reached back to keep that out. That was right on the line. Nesbitt to Greentree. Curls, drags, scores! Another power play goal for the Spitfires. Spitfires have control back to the point. Cristoforo near side. Morneau hammers one well wide. It bounces to the side of the goal. Nesbitt out for Greentree. Settles it down to the forehand. Greentree makes a move to the middle. Protas now turns, fires, scores! Spitfires get another power play goal. It came right as the
famous movie, but
puck ahead. Spitfires. Belchez couldn't get the step on Reed. Holds on. Puck loose, scores! Ethan Martin throws it up, and the Spitfires take flight. Not at 1.
well, the Spitfires trailed after the first period in Kitchener in the latest game between these two clubs.
And got a piece of it. Mathurin tied up, but keeps it alive. Back to Spellis. He shot tipped right in front. Loose puck, and the Spitfires will score. Nesbitt brings out the Teddy Bears. And here they come. And they are flying from all angles here at the WFCU Center. In tonight's second intermission. We had talked about it last night, and then obviously there's a puck loose and they'll score! Belchez bats it home, and the Spitfires take the lead.
Well, again, the Spitfires owning the defensive zone faceoffs for the Saginaw Spirit. Their offensive zone draws. Jumping on this loose puck here. Second effort by Jack Nesbitt. Ethan Belchez.
But these guys got enough of a breather and they want to get a chance here. Nesbitt right to the net. Won that face-off forward. Nice little play there because the face-off they called back, he was going backwards. There's a chop. They score again. Protas stays hot.
O'Reilly in against Nesbitt. O'Reilly wins the draw off the side of the net. It'll come all the way to the point. Christopher with his shot, scores! Lower left corner. The road team on the board. Pass Protas, back to Nesbitt. Get over the line with some room. Down low, Protas. Now behind the net, trying to center it out in front. Back door, there's a shot, scores! Short side, Mathurin with 2:44 to go in the third period. And the Spitfires have cut the lead in half. It's now 4-2.
Here's Hicks. Far side, Greentree moves it to the backhand. Greentree can't do much with it. Protas shoots and scores. It's Nesbitt, and the Spitfires have their first lead.
While the Spitfires have just stayed with it all night long. It can be frustrating when you've got so many chances.
Charlie Paquette goal. It comes out for Nesbitt. Whistles one wide. And finally, Davis will find it and dump it in. A three-point night for Cole Davis. And the Spitfires lock it up.
Far wall banks it to the point, but just a little bit off on where he was sending it. And it goes on to the stick of Nesbitt. He'll come. Move it across, wide open, far side, and empty cage, 3-0.
Yeah, the ground's got trapped. Two men on the same side. I went over to far side.
The Spitfires go back to the point. Over and across now to Nesbitt. He'll go through the middle, swiped, and it's off a Hound stick, and that's a gift for Noah Morneau. They did a great job on the cross.
Spitfires got a change in there. Nesbitt was waiting for some help offensively. Now Lemieux to Nesbitt, shot, crossbar, and in! Goalie doesn't think so, but the referee right there says it was in. The Spitfires with a 3-0 lead. I think we're taking a look at this one again, Nick.
Well, we're definitely going to go upstairs. We had a good look at it here, but referee Ryan Hutchinson was adamant that this is in the net. He was in the perfect position on the goal line as that snaps, and I thought it was in too based on how it came. You can see him emphatically pointing that it's a...
Being bumped off the puck is McKenzie, and the Spitfires swarm quickly right to the front of the net. Lemieux there, it's going to go in off a Nesbitt stick, and Ellsworth puts it in the back of the net. The Spitfires are ahead 3-0.
Fortunate bounce here for Jack Nesbitt. Unfortunate for Colin Ellsworth, the Guelph goaltender, as Nesbitt comes down, throws the backhander across, which is a pass
for Eichler. Eichler centering. Nesbitt scores! Quick shot from Nesbitt in the slot. The Spitfires open up a 7-3 lead. $17 on the year now for 71, and the Spitfires by 4.
Well, the Spitfires come into the game tonight with 20 goals scored in the 3 games since returning from the Christmas break, and they continue at that clip.
Tanias Mathurin off the wide wall. Jack Nesbitt brings this one in. Nesbitt leaves it back. AJ Spelisi, bottom of the left circle in front. They score! Anthony Cristoforo. 1-goal game, back-to-back goals by the Spits. It's 3-2. Top of the right circle. Power play officially comes to an end. Abraham loose out of the box, and they're going to get it to him. Abraham in. Nobody in front of him. Shot. They score! 4 unanswered goals for the Windsor Spitfires. They lead for the first time tonight, 4-3. Out of the box, onto the score sheet.
Control, Woodall middle of the ice, pretty good position. Sets it up for Belchez, and then they tried to get Davis sneaking in the back door. There's a Quite a fierce battle going on in front of the net. Flores with the save. Rebound. Great save by Flores. Follow up. They score. Belchez. Third opportunity. Ties the game on the power play. No, it's Nesbitt. Down low Greentree. Never took it cleanly. Gets it to Cristoforo. Down low Greentree. So patient, Windsor. It's Cristoforo off his skate, but the Ice Dogs can't clear. Greentree backhand scores! Liam.
Control zone. Passing it to Nesbitt. Nesbitt finds Belchez. His shot stop. Rebound scores! The Windsor Spitfires able to find the back of the net.
McNamara just gonna little slide pass here. Greentree shot, but right on the door.
Tied at 1 after 2 in the first meeting, and both the second meetings.
Greentree chased to the line, held in. Cristoforo's going to work it down to the corner. Nesbitt trying to cycle it back, comes all the way for Cristoforo. Far side, Protas. Protas loads it up, shot right through the line, it scores! The Spitfires tie it at 3! Here come the Spitfires to the middle of the ice. Greentree controls top 5 at OHL points. Moves it to the middle, off a couple of sticks, they'll score! Power play goal! And the Spitfires take right first.
Jack Nesbitt is right in the blue paint. And that puck was able to just get by Serzichka, but not over the line. As you see Greentree drive the net. Goes off the skate of the Sarnia defense.
Back for Greentree. For Cristoforo, no crisscross. Protas comes out high. Looking for Greentree. Quick shot, snapper towards net. Loose puck, side of the goal. Scores! Cristoforo follows it up and pounds it home.
Well, the top power play unit stays out. And a little bit of loose coverage on the penalty kill for the Brantford Bulldogs as Cristoforo just slides down here. The puck caroms off the end boards. And Anthony Cristoforo is left all
Deep in the offensive zone by defenseman Anthony Cristoforo.
There's a chance for another, and they got one. Ethan Garden right off the draw. The Spitfires by 3.
And here we go. Jack Nesbitt feathers this through 3 Sarnia players. And Ethan Garden is on the far side. And he...
The coach of the attack does. There's a shot. Knuckles towards the net. Doesn't exit. And now Greentree trying to get away. Liam Greentree, the captain, scores! Put it away. 3-1. The Spitfires.
Brian got a stick on that. Another chance. Greentree, rebound in front, scores. Now Jack Nesbitt has his goal. Denied a moment ago. Nesbitt able to bury this rebound, and the Windsor Spitfires open the scoring.
Gets its 3rd power play chance of the game. It's 0-for-2. And they work it to Abraham, who scores. Ryan Abraham, that's a hat trick, and it's 4-4.
Here's Davis. Davis, he gets upended, another penalty coming. Puck will go in. Nesbitt, like a dog in a bone beside the net. He'll tuck it home, and the Spitfires will go up 2-1.
Well, it's Davis using his speed. And everyone just leaves Jack Nesbitt alone. Good heads-up play by him as we get a good shot of the referee signaling the goal. So another look at it. Here's Jack Nesbitt just pulls that. And the Spitfires don't have to go back too far in their recent memory to know that fact.
Here's Nesbitt, shot scores! And there's your 3-goal lead. Nesbitt's got 21, and Papineau's grabbing his gear. It looks like Oak's night is done. 20 seconds later.
Real quick, right off the draw, they come back into the zone. Morneau does a good job of protecting.
Back to the point. Kennedy shot kicked out. They score!
Oh, right on. Protas, the keep in once again. Dishes off. Pass in front. They tip and score. Nice puck movement. The Spitfires are up 2-0.
Well, you can see they fan on the clearing attempt here. Goes right on the stick of Protas, and he feeds Cristoforo for the 2nd time in a matter of seconds.
McNamara back for Nesbitt. Put back in front. All alone, Protas, he scores. No doubt about that one. He'll let Epperson hear it. And Ilya Protas Gives the Windsor Spitfires the
hard-nosed winger. Gets it up for Spellacy. Spellacy waiting for help. Tries to drive one on Femus. Now takes it to the net. Loose puck. Spitfires score! Nesbitt follows it up and the Spitfires cut the lead in half.
Well, again, this is the speed by A.J. Spellacy as he just takes a couple steps and he is able to drive.
Green Tree behind the goal, centering, scoring. The Spitfires trail by one. Nesbitt gets his second.
Well, here's the look. Puck goes below the goal line. Green Tree's there first. The London Knights are caught looking there.
With numbers back the other way. Here's Jack Nesbitt in across the line. Half-boards, quick shot, he scores! And Windsor ties this hockey game up on their third shot. 1-1.
Got 7-2 on the board, but at this point, the Hounds, a lot of work to do regardless. Nesbitt trying to go to McNamara, scores! Bar down, now it's 7-2.
Well, a nice executed 2-on-1 here as McNamara just players to score shorthanded for the Greyhounds this season.
Wing Ignosa. Otis peels the puck off of him. Back to Cristoforo. Moves it far side for Green Tree. Then they get things sorted out. Protus quick down to Nesbitt. And a chance. And a shot. And a goal. And the Spitfires take flight first on the man advantage.
These power plays, but they don't really have any support when they get in tight. And the Greyhounds are able to.
There's Protus. He'll send a soft one in off the pads of Milan. They'll follow it up. Morneau. He's got the trick.
And here comes some hats on the ice here at the W.
Nesbitt has it behind the net in front. There's a shot. They score. Ethan Morneau parked in front. Power play goal, and the Windsor Spitfires lead 3-1.
Yeah, some great puck movement there by the Spitfires as they kept it in the Sioux zone with the power play. Nice play there. Protus with the assist as he dumps it in behind the net.
And Morneau gets his second goal of the hockey game.
Seen some time on both special teams.
Taken away, Nesbitt in front. They'll score. Davis to Nesbitt. Back of the net. And the Spitfires take flight first.
Well, we just talked about that momentum that can come at the end of a power play or a penalty kill, and it wasn't sure which team was going to grasp it. They both showed signs during that Sioux power play, but here's a look.
Play. Green Tree trying to put one through a crowd. Cristoforo back in the game and back on the power play. Looking in front, trying a little touch pass there. Morneau was off to the side of the goal. Nesbitt will try it again. Sends one through. Green Tree, quick shot, scores! Spits up 2.
Around a little bit more, interchanging players through spots and having shots from different sides of the ice. Tonight here, a little minor adjustment. You see everything coming from the one-time option over here.
Morneau scores again! And the Spitfires running away with it early, a 5-1 lead.
And there, right there is the advantage when you've got one-time options happening and you're going to that left side continually. It opens back up the bumper spot a little more.
Protus tries to feed it back across. Bounces to the front of the net. Nesbitt, couple whacks at it. Here's Protus, his shot blocked.
So similar to the 5-on-3 they had in which they scored. They were going really tight.
And there's Morneau on the power play. His 6th of the playoffs. Zone, he's got Mercer to his left. He delays and now dumps it in off a leg high behind Costanzo. Robinson around the wall. Davis trying to catch a gear, and he does. Gets that puck first, jumps around Lachar, drops to the middle. Here's Abraham, backhand, scores! That's 2 for Ryan Abraham, and the Spitfires go up 4. Spitfires to solve the overage goalie tonight. Here's Abraham, back in over the line, cuts to the middle. Abraham to Nesbitt, trying to slide one in front, loose puck, scores! There it is! The Spitfires have tied it at 1. And it looks like Carter Hicks, the rookie, goes hard to the net and ties it for the Spitfires.
Well, he goes hard everywhere, this player, as he plays. And the Spitfire faithful has come to enjoy his game, but what a heads-up play. Abraham to Nesbitt.
Stripped at the blue line, and then Smith, the backhand down the ice for Hopkins. Nesbitt trying to work his way in. He's got the puck, lays it back. Here's Smith. Wrist shot, score! Jackson Smith, the rocket wrister, back of the net. And Team Canada leads 1-0.
This is a brilliant play by Brady Martin. Brady Martin gets the pass, and now everybody's thinking he's going to direct it to the net. And right off his stick, he delivers it right back to Jackson Smith. Just a fantastic awareness. There's Martin. He's going to be right at the side, right back to Jackson Smith, and then Jackson Smith.
He got spun around at center ice as it comes to Mantonen. Picked up by Rubrick. Rubrick for Nesbitt. Nesbitt's got a step. Nesbitt backhand in front, score! Tap drop, Roy Brick, and just like that, Canada in the opening minute, a 1-0 lead.
What ends up happening is Jackson Smith closes this play, and now the big boys get to work. And Corey Stillman said he wanted a big boy line. Well, you put together a big boy line, you ask them to go out there and play big boy hockey, and what do they do right off the bat?
Jota Nemets katsoi jäähyltä. Renko laukaus. Se vaihtaa tällä kertaa puolta. Kätsin. Maalin kulmalle loistava syöttö. Irtopala maalin eteen ja peli on 3-0. Jack Nesbitt maalin tekijänä ja Kanada alkaa tässä karata. Slovakian 2 jäähyä kostautuu tähän kolmannen erän alkuun. Ensin Nemetsin estämisjäähy hyökkäyspäässä. Kanada rokottaa 2-0. Nyt sitten Tomikille tuomitaan sukeltamisesta jäähy ja sekin maksaa. Tämä syöttö on fantastinen. Filner leittää ensin Kätsinille. Kätsin löytää maalin kulmalta Kindalin. Hän ei vielä itse osu, mutta Nesbittin silmäkäsikoordinaatio on maalin kulmalla sitten aika.
From Wang, back to Kindle. He shoots, rebound in front, score! Nesbitt, power play goal, and it's a touchdown. 7 in the gold medal game for Canada.
Nesbitt establishes himself perfectly right outside the crease. Shot comes in nicely, rebound, and totally ready for it. That's just a real good, effective play. You got Wang, and then Kindle just gets it quickly to the net. There's the rebound, and he just deposits it into the 4x6, and that becomes a 7-0 lead. I want to say this too, because I've watched this Swedish group play for a lot of years.